Hello everybody and welcome to JGod Gaming. In today's video I'm going to be talking about the best class setup for the PPSH. Even as far back as the beta, the PPSH has been a dominant weapon in the game and it continues to be very dominant throughout the game's life cycle. One of the few guns that's been left untouched. A lot of the pros use it just because it's all around a good gun. But I'm going to give you my personal favorite class setup recently, especially after DLC 3. They've introduced specialists, they've introduced cavalry with shields. There's a lot of different changes that have happened in the game that don't necessarily affect the PPSH, but I still want to give you a new class to try out and see how you guys like it. I'm also going to guide you through how you should use this class setup so you can maximize your kills, minimize deaths, and have all around just better games. So the class setup's right there. Expeditionary with Blitzkrieg, double S mine, double flashbang. The secondary doesn't really matter, but the PPSH, I'm using the Snake 2 variant. The variant doesn't really matter, just whatever iron sights you prefer. And then I'm using extended mags with grip and a suppressor, which I'm going to talk about why I'm using all three of these as the particular match goes on. Hopefully you give this class setup a go and you give it a try and see how it works for you. If you are enjoying the video so far, do remember to hit that like button. I am aiming for 250 likes on the video, so that's the goal. If you could help me out, it'd be very appreciated. If this is your first time to the channel, just kind of give you a heads up of what my channel covers. I do different Call of Duty news, different updates in the game, as well as best class setups, subscriber breakdowns, and then overall just tips and tricks videos where I do and break down different elements of the game. If any of that sounds interesting, make sure you subscribe, turn those notifications on so you don't miss out on any of that future content. This is also part of the video where I transition to talking a little bit about the gameplay, kind of take you through my thought process so you know how to utilize this weapon to maximize the kills, like I said, and minimize deaths, and kind of rotate around the map. What you're going to see in this first half of the match is I kind of get a little bit dominated by people who are quick scoping. I get outgunned a couple times, but overall it's just about me missing my shots. So what we're going to see is I'm running with the suppressor. I'm going to run with the suppressor the whole time. The reason I have that extended mags because especially when you are using a suppressor, it allows you to have that ability to flank around, get those extra kills without them even knowing exactly where you're at. So you want to use that to your advantage. When you come around on a flank, you should be able to get 2, 3, even 4 kills depending on how they're lined up, and they won't have a clue of where you're at. I end up getting killed from a flank right there, and you're going to see that guy's name is, I'm not sure if that guy's a hacker. I've ran into him before, but they have the couple accounts where their name's just ILLLIII or whatever the heck it is. So sometimes you're going to run into weirdness like that, but you can see someone on my team, he's quick scoping, and the opponent team, they're quick scoping. So there's a lot of these times where I'm going to get in these gunfights, I start hitting them first, and then all of a sudden they absolutely destroy me. And that's obviously stuff you guys run into as well. It's not like I get these perfect lobbies all the time and I make a video about that. I do adjust my tactics as the map goes on. So after a certain point, I do kind of figure out how I can rotate around the map, get a lot more flanks, and then I don't end up getting shot by these snipers quite as often. Right here's probably one of the first times I'm actually able to go for a flank. You can see my team just feeding on the enemy team. I can come around right here, take these guys out. They don't even know I'm there, even though they got resistance. I plant that little bouncing Betty. We're up by 9, so I don't need to be aggressive with these tags here. You can see I take that guy out. Another guy's right here. I do want to try and push and take him out. End up melting him there, and the bouncing Betty got the other guy. My teammate kind of helped. And you can see that they don't really know where I'm at. I am trying to position here. And then I do want to rotate just a little bit because I know that that guy's going around. We are starting to push this right side, and then the spawns will possibly flip depending on how deep we get in there. So I come around here. I know I'm behind the guy. I don't want to give away my position. I don't want to shoot him until I know I got a clean shot. Absolutely melt him. And this guy running up here, he doesn't know I'm here. So I got to wait it out. I see that sniper up front. Another easy kill. So that's what the suppressor gives you. It gives you that ability to get these easy kills. See, I already got a firebombing run. I'm running the other one, emergency airdrop. I don't normally run that. I was just trying it out with another mode. I just happened to have it on when I was actually playing here. I push it through the spawn so my teammates can actually have a little bit more control of that left side, and it makes their spawns a little bit more predictable. Now they're going to spawn all the way in the back on the other side or on the right side of the map. So right here I'm just kind of waiting it out, trying to get a little bit of map control, trying to get actually an easy kill, because I know that next kill will actually give me a set of paratroopers, which is always nice when you're trying to go on a streak. And you can see the sniper still in the lobby. He's killing my teammates. We're up a significant amount. The fire is still going off, so I'm trying to make sure I sit on this side because I don't want the spawns to flip. So ideally you want to call these in your spawn when you have good control of the map, so that when you actually call them in, you're going to get all of them. Especially since I'm running with Blitzkrieg, I can flip the care packages if I want, and then I can kind of just call in my paratroopers there. I have a glide bomb here, it gives me a little bit of map awareness. See the guys on the left, so I could be aware of that. He just died, and then I take that guy out. So a lot of times, When you use streaks, you got to get all the information you can get, especially when you call in a fighter pilot or a glide bomb. They're going to give you tons of information, especially they're on the lower end of streaks, like 6 or 7 kills. So they can give you a ton of information the same way a recon can. You just got to make sure you're in the right position so you don't get killed while you're doing that. Already got a 20 streak right there. Paratroopers are absolutely demolishing going off here. I got a second set of paratroopers. And what I'm doing is trying to position in a way you can see they don't know where I'm coming from. I set up that bouncy Betty there because they can spawn in that room. What they'll do is immediately run out and it'll be an easy kill for me. Right here, I'm just waiting for the perfect time to flank. I get this guy here. They don't know I'm there yet. I leave the tag, and then I'm just kind of rotating, looking back and forth, and I get out of there because my teammate was there. I got double bouncy Betty on the right side. Now I know the right side's covered. But at this point, I decided to either focus my attention on the middle or that left side where all those tags are. So right here, I'm just kind of rotating back and forth. I don't want to get in one of those gunfights, so I'm pre-firing. I throw that flashbang, my teammates are there, that guy runs in, I get an easy kill. Already got my vicious medal, we're up by 20 points still. All those paratrooper kills, I'm not able to pick up those tags. My teammates are picking them up. You can see when they get the paratrooper kills, my teammates, I get the little assist for it. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. Since I'm running Blitzkrieg, it doesn't really help with that score. But my paratroopers are absolutely going off. And the match continues this way. Since we are playing kill confirmed on that ground war mode, the score actually goes up to 85. So a lot of these positioning, I've changed my strategy. I'm not running out quite as often. I'm making sure I know exactly where people are before I push, because once you get hit with the quick scope, it kind of eliminates any strategy in the game. It's not like, oh, well, I positioned myself and then I shot him 4 times and I got quick scope. Well, it's like, it doesn't really matter if I get quick scope. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day. It doesn't matter how good my positioning was. They only got to shoot me once. I got to shoot them 4 or 5 or even 6 times. So I know guys right here, I try to peek it. I know I'm not going to win that gunfight. The range is good for the weapon right there, but not amazing. So I'm just kind of waiting, getting a teammate kill. Paratroopers go off again. I called it my second set. And then I'm cycling around. So at the end of the day, what you really want to do is strategize the right way. Stack your streaks. So you can see my streaks have stacked. And now it's cycling through. We got pretty good map control. I win that gunfight just by pure persistence of firing down range and not even moving my crosshairs, hoping the guy will cross. And you can see the feed just keeps going off with the paratroopers. So paratroopers are great to have. And you can see somebody left the game, so they're probably getting a little pissed off that the paratroopers are getting so many kills. But you can see I'm on a 48 streak or a 46 streak at the top right. At the end of the day, it did take me a little bit to get started, but I did get started the right way and started to play against my opponents once I figured out their strategies. A lot of them are going to be hard scoping, sight lines, and they're going to be running around some hot areas, and they're going to quick scope. So I'm limiting the areas that I'm running through. I'm making sure that I'm getting tons of tags available for my teammates, because if they're running score streak, they need the tags more than me. If I'm running after tags, I'm just hurting them, because if they pick up the tag, they're going to get 75 score. And then for my teammates, a lot of times if they go negative or barely even, that's going to allow me to get more recons because they're getting the recons, you know what I mean? So you really got to play it smart. A lot of times people are going to say, well, you're not even going for the tags. Well, how many tags did I accumulate that were actually taking my teammates? And the number would really surprise you. You can see how many times the teammate collected tag pops up on the screen. I don't even know how many times it does it on the screen, but overall you can know that I got so many tags for the team and they picked them up, and that's why we're ahead by 20 points. I'm getting close here. I need 4 more kills for a V2 rocket. You're gonna see that I do get really close on time, and so I really have to push the issue. I got to put myself in a bad position, but I'm just continuing to play smart because I'd rather have that long streak than just to die a dumb death. And a lot of times you do run out of time. Right here we only need 5 more tags, so I am gonna have to push the issue. I only need 2 more kills for a V2 rocket. We need 4 more tags. I gotta run and make sure that I get some kills. And I was hoping I would actually get the kills. At this point, I thought I only needed 1 kill, but I ended up needing 2, and I got an assist right there. So that's pretty much the match. If you did enjoy, please remember to hit that like button. I do have a goal of 250. If you can help me out with that, like I said, it'd be very appreciated. Also, if any of the type of content that I talked about in the beginning, as far as in-game updates, best class setups, gameplay breakdowns, different news about Call of Duty, or just different tips and tricks sound interesting at all, make sure you subscribe with those notifications on. We'll see you on the next one. Thank you for watching, and as always, have a great day.